Okay, good evening and welcome to this Wednesday's webinar on membership. And thank you to District 23C, District Governor Michelle Wyatt for making these seminars a priority, and to Global Leadership Team Leader PCC Nanette Burdick, our GLT, for organizing these virtual training sessions. I'm Terry Schlosser, your district's Global Membership Team Leader. And I'll be second, and I'm second vice district governor, so I should be your governor in a couple years. I have served as a Lion for nearly 30 years, most recently organizing the Portland Lions Club. While in the East Hampton Village Club, I organized a couple of membership events, and I'd like to share all my experiences with you tonight. When Lion Nanette asked me what I wanted to call this seminar, she thought I said, "It's in the bag." I wish retaining and recruiting new members was as easy as that. I wish we could just wave our magic wand and poof, we have volunteers to serve. It takes time, commitment, and a knack for bragging about our passion for serving our communities. So this evening, the topics I'm going to review with you are District Governor Michelle's membership goals and reviewing the importance of club membership as if we didn't know why, right? You will hear about ways to retain our existing members, as well as the Lions International online and printable resources available. I will stress how marketing your club and bragging about it is so important in this process. Then we will review steps for growing your club, including encouraging all of you to plan a membership event. Finally, we will save some time for questions and discussion. So if you have questions, please write them down and we will get to them at the end of the program, the last 10 minutes, or it might be even more than that. Every club has the ability to receive club awards from district governors as long as they follow the requirements. However, first and foremost, the club must have a plus in membership. That means the number of members you add has to exceed the number of members that you drop. If clubs work toward that goal, the remainder of the requirements are fairly easy to meet, such as attending these leadership sessions, making donations or participating in district events, and inviting district speakers to come to your club. How many of you are membership chairs? Congratulations, your club has met another of District Governor Michelle's goals to have a membership chairperson whose job it is to really focus on growth and retention and to attend training sessions like this one. To meet the third goal I have listed, you must know what tools are available from LCI to help strengthen your club and implement ways to retain your existing members. How do we keep up with member satisfaction? You will hear about these tools tonight, and we hope you will download these printable resources or contact LCI to have them send you some and actually involve your club. In fact, I just asked LCI through the email, member support email, if they could send me some new member applications and the growth booklet, and it came in a matter of days. So they're very, very good about that. Lastly, how do we recruit new members? We will cover the process to use and give you more tools, 2 types of plans to implement a successful membership event. So we used to call them membership nights. Recently, some people think that Saturday mornings might be good so that people aren't hurried and tired at the end of the day. So we're just calling them membership events now. So why are we securing more members? This is sort of a no-brainer, right? As they say, every new person we bring into our clubs has new talents they can share, new friends they can invite, more energy they can give to your community to improve your service impact. Although it may sound a bit hokey, your life will be forever richer for the new friends you make. I'll give you an example. 3 years ago, I helped to organize my Portland Lions Club with about 25 charter members. I can't begin to tell you how much fun and joy I have had working with these great like-minded people. About 2 years ago, I once again assisted in restarting the Cromwell Lions Club. I am currently their guiding lion, and I have met some of my best friends for life there. It was so rewarding to have friends and lions from both of my Portland and Cromwell clubs support me this fall during my second Vice District Governor fundraiser. Service from the heart is International President Doug Alexander's mantra. Bottom line is we need to motivate members through service that appeals to them, what their passions, and fulfills the needs of the community. Many clubs invite and involve friends and townspeople to their service events so that they can catch the bug and experience the great feeling of serving their communities, and then they want to join your club. The Portland Lions did a food truck event not too long ago, and a citizen saw all the fun the members were having and said, I want to join this club. It looks like you guys have a lot of fun. So some of the retention tools from LCI are the Club Quality Initiative, the Membership Satisfaction Guide, and Your Club Your Way. And as I said, you can find these on LCI, www.lionsclubs.org. Now, they may look a little bit different than what you're used to. I will, if you can see my screen, this used to be the cover of the Club Quality Initiative. So it looks a little bit different cover. They've modified it a little bit. Also, the new member recruitment guide for clubs. Oh, I'm sorry. Later we'll talk about this one. It's Just Ask. It's an older version, but still very useful. So you may have some of these before they were remodeled, if you will. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Club Quality Initiative. This workbook is pretty intense. It's 23 pages long, and it can take 2 to 4 hours with your club to go through. But the shorter version, which I like, is 5 pages long, and you can find that in the service toolkit, which would take less than a couple hours. Both are available in the resource center at lionsclubs.org. Membership Satisfaction Guide. Maybe some of your members have recently left the club since they were unhappy with it. There is even a survey to send to former members asking them for their candid input, as well as one for new members to get their input about what they like to see different. My favorite part of this guide is a template or survey to give to your current members, asking them for input. And the topics include service projects. Are there any old service projects you would like to retire? Are there any new ones you would like to add? Club meetings. Are there any traditions you'd like to discontinue? What would you like to do more of? Should you include any changes to your meeting locations, your meeting format? Any other ideas? The template also includes an area for members to suggest ideas such as more recognitions for members, communication, different types of communication. For example, a monthly club newsletter, or any areas that are barriers for members to have a positive experience. So it's very important that you get feedback from your club. So like any good leader, you can adjust and move ahead. Your club your way. Are there ways to make your meetings more enjoyable? This guide leads you through how to reinvent and improve your meetings to assure members are enjoying themselves. It also includes a member survey asking them for suggestions. How do you create fun meetings? Well, as we all know, a great tail twister is important to bring levity to your meetings. Raffles are fun and add funds to your admin account. And if you don't have a raffle item, you can do a 50-50 raffle, as all of you are familiar with. Do you check in on members who miss meetings or don't respond to club emails? So check in. Maybe the club members, maybe some of your club members can start a good and welfare committee or a sunshine committee, whatever it's called, to follow up on members who didn't make it to your meetings. Maybe they are truly very busy. Maybe they could use someone to talk to. Maybe they lost a family member or are ill, or their family members are ill. Send them a snail mail, cheery card. And just because you think they may be strong people doesn't mean they might need to be checked in on. So I liked this image that I found. Check on your strong friends, check on your quiet friends, check on your happy friends, check on your creative friends, check on each other. So those are all my suggestions and resources for member retention. Now let's move on to market your club. It's time to brag. It's one of my more rewarding experiences as my club's marketing and communications chair. I just love to do a lot of this for my club. District Governor Michelle's theme is teamwork, and here she is. I have a picture of her, Ellie, with pom-poms, waving her pom-poms at our summer zone and region chair workshop. And the pom-poms were compliments of Lion Annette. So it was, cheer yourselves on. So I will cover briefly these 4 avenues for your club bragging rights. The first is marketing your club using a club brochure. Since July, I have offered to help clubs with this. Not every club has members who are familiar with Microsoft Office and other software. And so far, I have updated brochures for several clubs in the district, including Danielson's, Mansfield's, Ellington, Salem, and Groton. And I helped a little bit with Cromwell's and my own, Portland. There's a template on the LCI website for this. Template is in Publisher, so you may not be familiar with how to use Publisher. There is a learning curve there. But you can make something similar in Word as a Word document. But if you'd like my help, first, your homework is to send me photos and information about your projects and all the other copy and that you want to include, including your current club officer contacts for people to reach back out to you. So it's very important. On the back, usually we put it to include like your president, your membership chair, emails, phone numbers, and if you have a Facebook page, that's also a good place to put your Facebook page information. We'll talk about Facebook in a moment. So once your brochure is finalized and printed, use these to provide to, for your community members. Why not use them at a membership table at your next club event or events? Why not ask your librarian or town or city hall person if you can display them in public places? Some banks may allow you to leave a few copies there. Again, it's time to brag. How about marketing using news media, newspapers? With the advent of the internet, some people feel newspapers are a thing of the past, but not so. And you need not purchase an advertisement in a newspaper. PSAs or public service announcements are often a requirement for newspapers. So brag. If you collect eyeglasses, which most of us do, submit an article describing what you collect, where the collection boxes or buckets are, and how the glasses are sent to our recycling areas where they're refurbished and donated for mission trips. Definitely submit an article about your membership information nights or events. Recently, while helping PDG Jan Miller organize a membership night in Groton, I submitted a press release for him about the event to the Day and the Times newspaper editor. I thought it wouldn't hurt. That the night of the event, a prospective member entered the townhouse restaurant meeting room looking for lions. I welcomed her and I said, "Gee, where did you hear about us?" She said, "The Times." And I don't usually read it, but I leafed through it and saw the article. So you see, people still do read newspapers, and she is being inducted next week, I believe, or when we induct the new Groton members that we have. Also last year, our council chair, Frank Rowe, coordinated a list of Eastern Connecticut newspaper and radio stations that serve our district and the communities that they serve. We also have the editor's contact information, their phone numbers and emails, and I can send that to that list to anyone, or I can tell you who to contact for your particular area in our 4 counties of Middlesex, New London, Wyndham, and Tolland, and the expected format that we use for press releases. Here are some flyers that you can create advertising your membership event. Again, these are downloadable from LCI. Just search for flyers or membership flyers or something like that, and you'll find them. On the right is one that I downloaded for Ellington, and I created but it uses Publisher. Again, some people are not as savvy about these certain software things, and I'll be happy to help you if you get in a jam. On the right-hand side are the 2 fillable documents using Acrobat Reader. And there's 4 different pictures, if you will. I showed you 2 of them. How do you know where to find local heroes? And very diverse group of men and women pictured. And then there's the young gentleman. There's also 2 more. There's a family picture and an older woman. So there you have a choice, and like I say, they're fillable. So at the bottom, I was able to put the location of our event, the date, the time, the contact name, and a phone number, and an email. So those are available as well. How about social media? Here I have presented 9 different platforms. But every club would benefit by having a Facebook or even an Instagram page to showcase your club and announce past, present, and future events, including the membership event. Our Portland Lions Club and a few other clubs used Facebook successfully to contact friends and invite them to learn more about us at an information night where we offered a light complimentary meal and a beverage. When you post something on Facebook, your friends view it on the feed, and you can plead with them to share it with their friends, and they share it with theirs, and it's contagious. Once again, I'll share a story with you. When I was helping again to recruit for the Groton Lions recently, I created a flyer for the event, took a photo of it because when you upload to Facebook, you need a picture, JPEG file. And shared it to our District 23C Lions Facebook page. I then thought, how could I reach more Groton residents? So I searched for a Groton community page and I uploaded it there. Do you know, within hours, I had a friend contact me who had recently relocated to Groton, asking me for more information. I was flabbergasted. She'd seen it on the community page and reached out. And unfortunately, she didn't come to our information night, but she may in the future. So it's very powerful stuff. Now to move on to our last and very important topic, membership growth. and how to plan a membership event. Each one bring one is International President Doug Alexander's what he likes to say. Imagine how much we could achieve if each Lion brought one new member and every district had the clubs support their passions for service. Let's work toward success on an astonishing scale and achieve growth like never before, unquote. And I read that for Ellie's benefit. Each one bring one is simple but powerful. We would double our global membership. Imagine that, from 1.4 to 2.8 million people. It's a wild idea. Is it doable? Yes, absolutely. Years ago, Lions International had a membership campaign, Just Ask One. The same type of thing. And if you don't ask, you'll never know if a person would join you. Also, you hear, well, he or she is too busy. Well, you know what? Ask those people, because the busiest people are sometimes the most productive and motivated. So just ask. I really still like that phrase. And I was at a zone meeting with past District Governor Denise Dudek, and also Hillary Cumnick was there, because it was the shoreline club zones that I met with. And Hillary brought up that PDG Denise had, when she was district governor, had a goal just to retain members. And she didn't even emphasize membership growth, but surprisingly, she had a plus in membership that year. That was just a little side story. So although we do say membership growth is important, I should have told you that story under retention. So two resources that we're going to talk about, that one is available, and it is called Just Ask. It's got a new face cover to it, but it's a new member recruiting guide for clubs. And that's the one I just asked for internationals to send me, and they did. They sent me like 20 copies. So I do have a few. I am going to be talking at other zone meetings, so I want to keep a couple for that. And also number 2, our District 23C membership night plan. And as I was mentioning earlier, for those of you who might not have heard, with past District Governor David St. Martin, this originated like in the 1990s, and it is still good, and it is still being used by our district. It has a lot of, it's also referred to as the Ohio Plan, and I'm not sure, but it's a step-by-step structured method for recruiting new Lions. This guide includes form letters to send, snail mail, to prospective members, and a suggested script for when you call them up to follow up with them. Many clubs in the district have used this successfully. I have, actually last year, or maybe it was the year before, the Middlefield Lions used it step by step, and they had an incredible amount of new members that year. So after you're sure that your club is happy, is satisfied, you have all the members happy, it's really time to host a membership growth event. It's time to invite guests. Who do we invite? Well, if each club member invited, I think at least one, but here it says 5 to 7 prospective members, which that may be tough, but it can be a good goal. You want to obtain their addresses and phone numbers for them. And in our district membership plan, like I said, there is a form letter to invite them to the event. Now, I'm showing here a wheel, it's called the Recruitment Wheel, of different types of people you can think of to ask to invite. How about, friends, relatives, neighbors, religious affiliates. If you go to church, maybe some of your church members might join you. Local professionals, such as, your eye doctor or your dentist, or who knows, your plumber. Community leaders, people you do business with, your colleagues at work if you do some. So find a common cause to invite prospective members to engage so invite prospective members, and you want to engage them, and you want them to become involved even before membership night. And after your club has invited those prospective members, you want to follow up with them. And there is a sample template that is already for you to use to customize that you, and so allow enough time to make sure your prospective member gets it before you do a follow-up call. You know, ask them if they need a ride to the event. That always works, right? Make sure you have designated a committee to help you with your event. Here are some last-minute details, things to remember for your event. You might want to decorate your hall with lions, banners, and flags. You want to have some refreshments, simple or otherwise. We had pizza and salad one night, and that worked out well. You want name tags so that everybody knows who they are, who each other are. You want a membership applications, very important. Have enough applications. The other night for Portland Lions, we almost ran out of them, so make sure you have a lot of applications. And have an agenda and stick to it. You might also want to have an audiovisual presentation, so you want to make sure your equipment is there for that. First impressions are lasting ones. Mix and mingle with your guests. Listen to your guests and find out what their passions are. Find out what they're interested in serving. We had one gentleman who liked to work with seniors and help them paint and do things around their house in Groton and the other night. And then the other woman was interested in, oh geez, I forgot, you know, something, it's another passion. So just try to find out a little bit about them when you're gabbing with them before your formal presentation starts. You can use, they have Lions 360 videos, they're called, on the YouTube channel. So if you get a chance, just try to review some of them to see if any of them would be useful for you, because they do talk about what we do internationally. So they show a lot of international service that we provide through the foundation. Identify speakers. Your first speaker should be an enthusiastic Lion who can talk about how much good your club does. What are their projects? How do members feel about those projects? I know for me, my passion is the kids site screening. And that's what I talked about during our membership night at Portland. How much fun do you have? Have other club members share what you do for maybe fundraising projects. You might want to invite me or a district officer to speak about the brief history of Lions clubs, like the Melvin Jones was our founder, that Helen Keller was our motivator to be a Knight of the Blind, for us to become Knight of the Blind. Then provide some details, or our district person can provide details on CLRF, Connecticut Lions Eye Research Foundation, the Low Vision of Eastern Connecticut, our foundation, LCIF. Well, you can invite Kate Delaney for that. Perhaps you have your treasurer talk about how project and administrative funds are separate, and that 100% of what we collect goes right back to the community, and what your dues are, so that they're, make sure everything is transparent for the new member. Don't hide anything. And then you want to ask them if they have any questions and provide them a membership application. Now, I've never seen this before, so I thought I'd share it with you. The 5 I's. And I'm going to start with inform. Provide prospective members the information they need to understand our Lions Club and your club's vision and mission, along with how Lions feel about the organization. You want to involve them, maybe invite them to a service project or an upcoming meeting. You want to inspire them. You want to connect them to the organization's vision and values so that they can take pride in the work that we do. You want to, of course, interact with them, keep communications ongoing with prospective members to show that they are more than just a member, and induct them formally and properly. And I'd be happy to come and help you induct your members, or any of your zone chairs, region chairs. In fact, club presidents should be inducting members as well. And you want follow through. It's so important. Send follow-up letters to those who joined, thanking them for coming, and those who didn't want to join, or those who couldn't make it. Your committee should keep in contact with the prospective, with prospects. You should praise everyone who helped make the new member event a success. And like I said, some of the 5 I's: induct, inform, involve new members. In one of our many causes, as you see here, I've included some of our logos for our 5 initiatives: hunger and homeless, environment, diabetes, children's cancer, vision, and then our LCIF, humanitarian causes, youth, and disaster relief. You know, they probably have a passion in one of those areas. Try to find that. Some clubs have twice a year a membership event, like Colchester, and they're a huge club. Some clubs make it every other year. I would suggest at least once a year that you should have a membership to strengthen your membership, an event, preferably in the early fall, or right now. It's never too late. And our message is to just ask one. New members are essential for growing your club, impacting your community. I hope I have shown you some of the great resources that your club has, that we have to offer, for you to get a plus in membership this year. And you can be eligible for a Club Excellence Award or District Governor Michelle's Kindness Patch. So I am going to open it up for questions and discussions. Let me, you can unmute yourself if you have any.
Terry.
Hello to some of the people I didn't welcome before. Yes.
Hi, Kate. Terry. I was wondering, you were talking about a membership. We're going to be inviting people to our very next meeting next week, and they have been working with us on our food distributions and such. So we wanted to have a little something special, but I'm concerned about.
Excellent.
I'm concerned about serving food and such, again, in COVID's consideration. When you had, or any of us, when you've had an event, can we do food items, or should they be, I guess the main question is, should they be individually wrapped and just provided that way? It's just difficult to try to think how to deal with these items, given the COVID and the fact that COVID's increasing again in some locations.
Right,
so
good question. Where are you having it, Kate?
Well, actually, it's going to be in the cafeteria area of our town hall, which is large enough to hold several people. You know, a number of people. We have a small club. We only have 28 members, and now 30 members now. We just had 2 more. They haven't been inducted yet, but they've been approved by our board. So we want to have an induction ceremony, but we thought we'd wait until after the holidays in early January or something like that. Maybe we'll have some more. people that have been working with us on our food distribution efforts. So that's where I'm coming from. How much
Let
can
me
we
give you some suggestions.
Oh,
Let me give
good,
you some
please.
suggestions. When our church recently had like a little reception because we're getting a new pastor, we ended up asking people to individually wrap dessert items, finger food, like, cookies or brownies or such. And then we had bottled water. And I think we actually did have a woman pour some, if anyone wanted apple cider, something seasonal. But, I think that's, I don't know, you can get extreme with this too. And then there are other places, like when we had the Groton membership night at the Townhouse Restaurant, we served desserts and beverages. So, and the restaurant served that. So it's whatever you're comfortable with, I think.
All right, thank you very much.
Any
Terry.
other questions?
Yes,
Yes,
Terry.
George Finlayson.
Yeah, in our problem, the area we live in, we basically have clubs on top of clubs, and we're all having the same problem, right? Because there's Groton, Mystic, Pawcatuck, North Stonington, and Legend. Is it something that maybe the group of us could get together and hold one maybe big membership information night, some location? Because I mean, you
That sounds
work with
good.
you work
Do you have
with
the
Jan.
same zone chair?
No,
No,
no.
different ones.
different ones.
Have a joint zone meeting.
I've done that in the past. I've tried that, but I think because we had some of the clubs on the New London side that had the same zone chair as somebody like Pawcatuck or some, but we're in a bind in this area the way the things are located. I mean, most of the restaurants around here are not open at night. A lot, or they're not, don't have enough staff. It's too expensive to go out to eat around here to have a meeting, in this area. I mean, I can't even cook in my own church. This is a tough area.
Right. Yeah, we
need help.
have a drive-through. Well, Pawcatuck's doing well. They just brought in a few members. District Governor Michelle, in fact, it was on Facebook that she just inducted some new members there. I know Jan's got a couple. You just have to get out there. You have separate communities that you want to serve. And yes, we could have a joint membership
Terry,
night.
we
That's very
overlap.
possible.
But Terry, we overlap each other. There is no such thing as Mystic, Connecticut. Mystic is part of Stonington and part of Groton. See, and people,
Right.
So there's, same with Pawcatuck. Pawcatuck is part of Stonington. So we overlap each other quite a bit. And years past, yeah, we had problems, going back and forth with people. But it's just, we need help. I'll be honest with you.
Well, let me also tell you that our Connecticut Lions membership team and marketing team are putting together free signs, 2 for each club you will get to put in your own communities with, and I wish I could share it with you. It says, "Be kind, join Lions," and it gives an email address. And Hillary Cumnick is going to be checking emails. So once those go out, so that anyone who sees them will email, and Hillary will look at it and he'll determine which community he will contact and say, here's a new member for you. And it's worked we put advertisement on the back of our Connecticut buses, and they've gotten good response from that. So we are working, to try to get you new members. You're not alone, and we'll continue to work on that as well. But if you'd like to have a joint membership event, you and I can talk about that another time. How about that?
Okay, sounds good to me. As long as I get my pickles.
I'll keep it on my radar and you'll get your pickles. Any other questions? I want to thank
Yeah,
you for coming tonight. I hope you got a
Terry,
little
I
bit of
got
something
one.
out of it.
Yeah, Terry, I got one. You know, you talk about
What's that?
all these new brochures and everything. It used to be International used to send us bundles of them. Now we have to print our own. Am I correct?
Well, like I say, I did print my own the other night, new member recruiting kit or whatever. But
Okay.
then I realized, hey, you know, let's get in touch with International. And the worst they can say is, no, I can't send them to you. But they were free of charge and they at least send them to me, you know, right away. Tell me what you need, or Michelle, because she orders things all the time. And then we can get something out to you.
Thank you.
Terry, the district membership plan that you talked about, is that on our webpage?
Oh, good question. I will email it to everyone here if you'd like.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Sure, I will make sure you get it. Okay. You're welcome. And that's a good question. I will ask Frank Rowe, our IT man, if he can put it on as a resource on our District 23C website. It might be already, but I'll check. Good to see you, Jake Scanlon. Where are you from? Are you down in the Carolinas? Everyone's all around tonight.
Yep, I'm still down in North Carolina.
Okay, everything all right? What was the weather today?
Actually, it was in the upper 50s. It was cold last night. Went down into
Ooh,
cold for down here, but other than that, the sun came out and it was nice. So
good.
And it was very cold up in Massachusetts.
Peg, nice to see you. Are you from the other district?
Yes, I am from 33K in Massachusetts.
Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And I just wanted to
Thank you very
comment
much for
on
joining
that
us.
person who's looking for brochures. We called the GMT in our district called LCI, and they sent us 50 of all the new member brochures and pamphlets that they had available to us. And we were able to stock all our clubs with even all the new ones, with brochures to have their first membership drive with this fall anyways. They didn't question it.
Nice. And Peg, what position do you have? Are you a district officer? Are you a club officer?
I'm a
Membership
governor,
chair?
district governor.
Oh, well,
I was
thank you
kinda-
for joining. My goodness, we're honored.
I mean, membership is such an important topic for all of us. Right now, my district is +7, so I'm very happy with that. And we have more people
Oh,
in the pipeline waiting to become Lions. And hopefully, I think we're ready to do business.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now we just have to work just as hard on retention, so we can't afford to lose anybody
right.
this year, yeah. But our service numbers are way up too, I think because the offices are working extra hard this year, really and truly believe that.
Yeah, we're trying to make up for lost time.
Definitely.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, as I said, and best luck to everyone for Plus and
you.
membership.
Thank you.
Good night.
thank you, Terry.
Good night. Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.